The LA Rams really hate first round picks. What's up, you guys? This is Between the Pylons, and I am John Camacho. I wanted to hop up on here and talk a little bit about the Jalen Ramsey trade to the Rams. Crazy news came out about like 3 or 4 hours after me and Jake got done recording the podcast, so that was a little disappointing, so none of that's on there. I think I'm going to put something like, hey, check this out if you want to know my thoughts on the trade. And if you're here from the podcast, I appreciate you checking it out. And these are my thoughts. First of all, I want to get this out of the way. I don't blame the Jaguars for making this deal. They had to, kind of. Jalen Ramsey doesn't want to be there. We knew that for a while. He's kind of been faking this back injury. I mean, faking. I guess I can't say that for sure, but he doesn't want to play for him, and he all of a sudden has a back injury, and the doctors are saying he's totally fine. And then the owner this past week was incredibly disappointed that Jalen didn't play. He thought that he would. It doesn't happen, and then, of course, Jalen Ramsey's traded the Tuesday after he doesn't play, I think his second or third game in a row. So you have to make the trade. Why not get 2 first rounds and a fourth round pick out of Jalen Ramsey? Like, you got a lot of assets for moving forward. They're going to be later round picks, but hey, 2 picks are 2 picks. On the other side of that, the Rams, now barring any trade ups in the draft, will now have 5 straight years without a first round pick. That is absolutely insane. It didn't make sense at first because of we first got news of the Marcus Peters trade, and that didn't really make sense at the time because they traded for a linebacker who I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'm going to put it right there, or right there, probably right there. And he's just an average linebacker. I remember I looked him up. He was benched at one point this year. He's not going to make a huge impact on this Rams team, but the Rams don't have many linebackers, so anything helps, I suppose. But it didn't make sense to trade your cornerback. But then obviously that makes sense once they get Jalen Ramsey. They had to get rid of Peters because he's you already paid him, so you owe him some money, and you don't want to pay 3 cornerbacks that much money. You just can't do that and try and get some value out of them. You didn't really get any value, in my opinion. You got a linebacker that'll maybe have some spot starts here and there, but nobody super impactful for your team long term. The only issue that I really have beyond the draft picks thing is just the fact that you've lost a lot of your you've lost your ability to gain a lot of depth. And that happens when you sign a lot of these big name contracts. You got to think Jared Goff has a contract, big ass contract. Aaron Donald, big contract. Dante Fowler, he's on a 1-year deal, and you're probably not going to sign him next year because this is his 5th year option, and you really can't at this point. But he's got a big 5th year option. You have Brandon Cooks who you paid. You have Todd Gurley who you paid. Aqib Talib, who you're probably not going to keep next year. He's making $8 million this year. You have a lot of guys that are making a lot of money, and what that does is that takes away from the depth. And I don't like to focus too much on salary caps in general because teams always figure it out. Like, there's always loopholes and stuff that I have no knowledge on how that really works, but it always seems to work out. So I don't worry too much about the salary cap issue. But at the end of the day, when you pay one guy, let's say $5 million, you're getting that one guy, and you're choosing to do that as opposed to getting 3 guys that are worth, $1.75 million, or 2 guys that are worth $2.5 million. That's the basic concept that I'm trying to talk about. And I feel like the more depth you have, the more likely you are to move on through the season. I mean, the Patriots do that every year, and the Rams, we're seeing them this year. They're having injuries to their offensive line. Todd Gurley obviously has been hurt for a while now, but he was re-injured. I believe it was a groin. You have injuries that we're seeing, and it's adding up pretty quickly for the Rams, and they're struggling a little bit. Like, they struggle against the 49ers. And they've struggled up to this point. Like, they haven't looked like the Rams that we know from last year at all. The other thing that I think should be pointed out is, I mean, they went all in last year to win a Super Bowl, and they go to the Super Bowl and lose. I don't know that you can do that 2 years in a row. Like at a certain point, you're gonna run out of. I mean, you're running out of future top end picks, so you have to really trust your scouting department. And I mean, I don't know that cornerback was the issue with this team. Now, you're adding an all-pro, best cornerback in the NFL, and I'm not taking anything away from Jalen Ramsey. I'm not taking anything away from what this will do for that defense. It's going to be awesome. Like, the Rams defense got a lot better today. I mean, in all honesty, there's not an offensive lineman that you can trade for that's on the market because there aren't as many offensive linemen or as many good offensive linemen as there are jobs for good offensive linemen. So it just doesn't work out. Those trades don't happen very often unless you're the Dolphins and you like to trade your franchise left tackle. That hurt a little. Anyway, I think you're. The issue for the Rams right now is their offensive line. It is, they're struggling to move the ball offensively, which is crazy because you have Sean McVay and he's an offensive genius. But, I mean, at the end of the day, when you don't have an offensive line, that means your run game is not working. And in Sean McVay's system, the run game is kind of everything. It makes the entire system go. So it's an issue. It really is. Now, defense got better. They're going to be better able to compete with the 49ers in their own division, the Seahawks in their division. They're in a really tough division. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just glad as a fan of Jalen Ramsey to see him play football in the NFL. Like, he hasn't played in the past couple of weeks, and it's been because of a bullshit back injury that he's faking. And that's the best way to do it, by the way. Like, if you're an NFL player, you have to see that and be like, oh, fake injury. Genius. Got a paycheck every week with the Jaguars, gets traded, gonna get a big contract because you can't give a team 2 first-round picks and not pay the guy out the fucking ass. So he's gonna be the highest paid corner by a lot. And I mean, at this point, Jalen Ramsey can just wait. He can just wait as long as he needs to, barring any crazy injuries, which you never hope that for anybody. Just wait, hope another cornerback gets a payday because you're gonna get the biggest payday, and you know it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I just wanted to put out a quick little video. Hope y'all enjoy. Have a great rest of the week, guys. And always remember, guys, 1% better every day. Thanks, guys. Bye.